relevant in terms of the programs that we are offering, as well as also the students themselves. We'll be discussing in the conference issues of your student-based projects.
Yes.
Whereby the learning in the classroom will now be practicalized in our communities as part of learning, so that our institutions are not just white towers that are sitting there and are not relevant to their communities that we are serving. So we are introducing a new way, which is a project-based learning approach in terms of now our delivery. So our policies must be in line, as we innovate, as we move. Our policies must talk to what we want to achieve at the end of the day. So this whole conference is about that. Thank you so much.
A very, very wonderful brief, but yet to the point. I want to understand the role of the council, because when I read the program, I saw that, okay, Lovedale is collaborating with the council. Is this the Council of Lovedale, or is this the council of all the TVET colleges within the country? Take me through the council as the stakeholders who are partnering with you to actually host this policy conference for today.
Okay. Now, policy development in the TVET sector is a responsibility of college councils. Right?
Yes.
As management, we support them in terms of making sure that they are able to play that role. Hence, now we are doing this as a joint. It's not like us and
operation.
them. No.
Yes.
It's us as a college doing it.
Yes.
The role of council is mainly to play an oversight in terms of our operations.
Okay.
But now that oversight must be played within a policy framework that allows operations on the ground to kick off. Hence, now we have identified that we have got a lot of policy gaps and even policies that do not exist that are supposed to be there.
Absolutely.
So out of this, the council now will ensure that in terms of the policy frameworks, all the relevant policies are there and they are aligned. In terms of the council, I think I've mentioned that their role is oversight.
Yes.
And their role also includes giving strategic direction in terms of where the college must go.
Yes.
Hence, a council is made up of different stakeholders.
Yes.
Where you find that we have got people that are ministerial appointees, appointed by the minister to play oversight in terms of whatever that is happening in the college. We also have internal stakeholders that are elected now from the college. Others, they represent lecturers, representing students, and all that, to make it a point that the whole council is like
it represents all the demographics within the TVET sector. That is absolutely wonderful. Now it is day one. Today it is the inaugural day of the conference. You might not have an idea perhaps what will happen today, but tomorrow. But I'm sure you might have at least a clue as to what we should anticipate on day two. I do understand that today it's policy discussions. We are all speaking about migrating to AI now as well. So I'm pretty sure, the discussions will also sum up to now artificial intelligence being included in policies. Let's get to the nitty-gritties now. What is that one policy that you say that you cannot leave this conference without having discussed it as the council, as the relevant stakeholders, and of course, as all the other TVET colleges that are here today?
No, thank you very much. There are many of them. Like TVET colleges, they have to make it a point that, they excel when it comes to bringing industry or collaborating with industry. So that policy framework must allow that to happen, so that in terms of strategic partnerships, we are able to partner. How do we partner? How do we make it a point that in terms of us partnering, there is no competition? Instead,
absolutely.
There is collaboration.
Absolutely.
The policy framework has got to outline that. How do we make that system of business, which is focusing on making production, the they don't have time to train.
Yes.
For them,
yes.
it's money. For them, it's making production.
Yes.
And us, we are more focusing on training. So how do we merge the two systems so that at the end of the day, we are able to open up doors to our young people so that they can get more experience, you know? And that this partnerships policy that must come out from this must be able not only to look at only one, it must also go beyond a tripartite. It must go to multi-stakeholder relationship. How do we real as multi-stakeholders now? How do we partner with a common vision and make it a point that in terms of the deliverables of the partnership themselves? So that one is very key. Also,
very key.
The second one, how do we make use of the students that are a product of our system? How do we make them feel proud of being part of the college whilst they are now working or doing anything else? That is now using student alumni. We need to have a policy that talks to that, which now integrates the college to its community members, because now those students are members of the community now. They are no more students. So if there is no policy that is kind of talking to that, you will find that in terms of our relevance to our communities, we are kind of lacking.
Yes, you might be found wanting in terms of that.
Yes.
Wow.
Also, in terms of positioning the brand of the college itself now, how do we use music? How do we use sport? You know, in terms of now positioning the college to be a brand now that the community members can be proud of. The policy must talk to that.
Definitely. It has to speak to the brand as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the acting principal of Lovedale College, located right here in our beautiful province of the Eastern Cape, in particular in King Williamstown. If I may be correct, it's in King Williamstown, right?
Yes. Our headquarters are
in King Williamstown, right here in the beautiful province of the Eastern Cape. This is Mrs. Thulethu Njengele. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We'll see you on the flip side.